In front of me are all the ingredients needed to make Thailand's most bizarre noodle dish. This is gonna be brutal.
Last time on our cross-country Thai noodle adventure, we tackled Thailand's most controversial noodle.
I have eaten noodles all around the world, but I have never seen a noodle that looks like this.
Now we're leaving the north behind and heading to the city of Khon Kaen in Thailand's northeastern region, also known as Isan. This time, I'm on a mission to uncover the unheard of noodle dishes from Thailand's most bizarre food region.
I feel like this is one of those noodles that no American has ever heard of before. I mean, there's feet in my bowl right now.
Suck it up.
And by the end, I'll drag my friend Andrew to join me in taking down this country's most exotic noodle yet.
Oh, bro. That is wild.
But first, something a bit more palatable.
On the road with a motorbike, hanging around between the mountains.
Right off a busy highway in Khon Kaen sits a restaurant with a design as traditional as its flavors. Here they're serving up what I can only describe as Isan on a plate. It starts with the classic mashup: dried chilies, fresh chilies, MSG, and palm sugar, all pounded into submission. Then even more flavor enhancers: tomato, lime juice, and tamarind sauce. It's all pretty standard until it isn't. Enter fermented fish sauce, funky, salty, and aged for at least 6 months until it breaks down into liquid umami. The protein offerings aren't any less exotic: beef liver, lungs, heart, and 2 different sections of the cow's stomach. Now, the noodles. In this case, glass noodles, made from tapioca starch, topped off with a handful of sawtooth coriander. This is a glass noodle salad, the ultimate introduction to northeastern Thailand's in-your-face food personality. But before those noodles hit the table, let's take a moment to check in with ourselves.
Travel teaches you a lot about how people live, how they think, and what they value. But it also holds up a mirror, forcing you to reflect on your own values. In some places, asking for help is normal. In others, it's taboo. I grew up in the type of single-parent home where being strong meant being silent. No matter what was going on, I just powered through it. But silence doesn't solve anything. A lot of you, especially men, have messaged me saying that you're going through something too. And that stuck with me, because I know how hard that is to say, even through text. That's why I appreciate what our paid partner, BetterHelp, is doing. They've made therapy easier to access, no matter where you are in the world or where you are in your journey. When I signed up, I just answered a few simple questions. The questions weren't just about my specific challenges, but about the kind of therapist I wanted to connect with. Then, a few days later, I was matched. Therapy did not instantly solve my problems, but it gave me the clarity to start dealing with them, and that was huge. So if you've been thinking about it, maybe now is the time. Visit betterhelp.com/besteverfood or scan the QR code for a discount on your first month of therapy. Start your internal journey today. Now, back to the show. Good morning and welcome to Northeast Thailand, also known as Isan. This region is surrounded by the countries of Laos and Cambodia, meaning food here gets some culinary influence from those countries. But here's why I'm really excited about coming to northeastern Thailand. This is probably the most overlooked area of this country. Everybody, when they come to Thailand, they go to Bangkok, they go to the islands, but few people come here. What makes Isan, or the Northeast, stand out from any other place in Thailand is the food. But not just the food, the bizarre food. Here you will find some extreme eats. In the past, you saw me sit down with Mark Wiens and eat tadpoles. You also saw me eating boiled frogs stuffed with eggs. Both of those have origins here in Isan. And by the end of this video, you're gonna be seeing one of the most strange noodle offerings you'll find in the entire country of Thailand. But first, this. In a moment, I'm gonna try these noodles, but I wanna get into some of these offals. The fun part about eating this is trying to figure out what the heck everything is. Is that intestine? I believe it is. Okay, yeah, gamey, strong. It's got personality, and not necessarily a personality that you like. Now, when it comes to stomach, you can see there are 2 different kinds of stomach. I don't know if you remember this from cow biology class, but cows are ruminant animals with 4 stomachs, meaning they also have different tastes and textures too. And this is a piece of what they call the black stomach. Now, that bite is wild. It tastes unrefined, kind of like the cow's gastric acids that would be in its stomach. It's a very intense, brutal flavor. Right here, we have the white stomach. Better. A nice snappy bite, a much more neutral flavor. Wow, fiery. That is everything except for the noodle. Let's go for it. The glass noodles have a great texture. They're a little bit bouncy, they're a little bit firm, which is amazing because they're sitting in this sauce for a long time, but it seems like no matter how long they would stay here, they would not become soggy. Pretty sure I just ate all the glass noodles in that one bite, and I like that. This dish is not just about the noodles. The noodles know how to share the spotlight with all these other ingredients in here.
This is just the beginning of what's to come in our Isan adventure. The food ahead only gets wilder, each dish more extreme than the last. And by the end, we'll wrap up with a noodle dish so bizarre it even makes locals do a double take.
It's a big no for me.
What?
But before we get there, I'm heading to a food court for a Thai noodle inspired by Vietnam.
Hi, son.
สวัสดีครับ
Swatika.
Meet Isan's award-winning chef, Paisan.
You are going to be with me throughout the day trying an extensive number of noodles. You are the owner of this noodle shop right here.
Miss A is a third-generation Vietnamese descendant. Her grandmother made the journey here about 60 years ago.
What is the name of the noodle that you're serving here?
มีกะทิ
หมี่กะทิ
Mee Kati.
rice noodle with coconut milk
I want to talk about the origin of this noodle because it's not as simple as it just came from Isan. Where does this noodle come from?
It all starts with a curry made with condensed coconut milk and chili paste.
เอามาพอเอามาเมืองไทยใช่ไหมคะ
originals come from Vietnam and travel through Laos and hit Thailand and I think the recipe has been evolved
Yeah, no kidding.
In the same pot, add minced pork, a splash of diluted coconut milk, sugar, soybean paste, salt, MSG, and pork seasoning.
I live in Vietnam and I've even done a noodle tour in Vietnam. I never have seen any type of noodle that looks like this though. So, is this a dish that your grandmother made when you were younger?
To thicken it up, a mix of egg and flour get tossed in.
ไม่
ใช่มาเห็นแม่ทำ
she never seen their grandparent making it but it happened to be the mother making it so the original Vietnamese who migrate to Thailand never make this one
The curry pairs with soft rice noodles, the kind that look suspiciously like the vermicelli you'd find in the streets of Vietnam. Top it off with chives, bean sprouts, and of course, dried chilies.
In a moment, we're going to partake in a very unique dish. But first, I want to back up and talk a little bit more about Isan. A lot of people come to Thailand. They go to Chiang Mai, they go to the islands, but it feels like Isan gets overlooked. Everyone skips this.
Isan always been an underdog. People always skip, as you said. But for me, Isan still have uniqueness of being untouched by tourists. If you want to see real Thai, you should come.
So you're saying this is where you get a more raw, real Thai experience and not
Exactly.
something that's overrun by tourists.
Yes.
This in front of us now is a rice noodle with a coconut curry. The fact that it comes from Vietnam initially is very fascinating to me because also this woman is selling this here. This is what she is calling a Vietnamese spring roll.
They're loaded with pork, glass noodles, bean sprouts, garlic, and chilies, all wrapped in rice paper, then deep fried to a golden crunch.
Let's try giving it a little bit of a dip in this sauce.
And just like in Vietnam, no bite is complete without a dipping sauce.
Cheers ไหม
Oh, you're gonna tap the food? Okay. Cheers.
Cheers
It tastes like bean sprouts. Very sweet. The fried wrapper is nice. So I would say so far it's very unlike anything I've had in Vietnam. That brings us to our main course, the noodle.
good นะ
That's good. But I mean, it tastes distinctly Thai. First of all, there's that coconut paste. Very coconutty, thick, savory, some spice in there, but not crazy, especially for Thailand. It's not a crazy amount of spice. It's light, it's refreshing, it's a damn good noodle. That said, not similar to anything in Vietnam whatsoever.
become Thai
It is just fascinating to see how recipes change depending on where they go. Vietnam to right next door here in Thailand, just in that short journey, something like this has become unrecognizable.
This noodle dish is pretty tame compared to what's coming up next. I'm talking about food so intense, over half this country won't go near it.
When you look at it, how do you feel?
I don't want to try it
But before diving into the deep end, I want to understand what makes food in Isan stand apart from the rest of Thailand.
What I've seen is some of the more bizarre Thai dishes often are coming from Isan. Why is that?
because Isan the land is quite dry people they don't have too much money they eat everything they catch at Isan people they have to be strong to survive in this environment that's also make Isan food very distinctive
It's about being resourceful. So if somebody cooking a frog full of eggs and then eating the eggs from the inside of that cooked frog, it's because this is a food of necessity. They don't want to waste. Instead, they find a way to turn something like that and make it delicious.
Sure, Isan has dishes that are loved across Thailand, but that's not what I'm here for. I'm digging into the deep cuts, the flavors that scream local, like this noodle dish, only it's not your average bowl. It's fermented, pungent, and completely unforgettable.
Swatika.
ดีค่ะ
Thank you for having me here. I'm excited to explore your factory today. Here you're making something very unique. Now, I've been around the world eating all types of fermented foods. I've had fermented kimchi, I've had fermented pork, but here you're making something I've never seen before, which is a fermented noodle. This is a basket of flour. Now, at first when they got this basket out, I'm like, this isn't a good basket for flour. It's full of holes. And then I see here, we got big bricks of pure uncut uncut fermented flour, but it comes off in these big wet chunks. Ooh, it's thick, it's sticky, it's fermented in such a way, like if you give this, I think one more week, and I could get drunk off of this. But it does have a little bit of that alcohol smell to it. And this is the base for these fermented noodles.
Each type of fermented flour plays its part. The red bag adds firmness, the yellow brings clarity to the noodles, and the green, that one softens the noodle texture and gives it a subtle aroma. All three are blended with water in a mixing machine. Typically, the flour is fermented for about 3 days before it's ready to use.
Why is it important that the noodles here are fermented?
ข้าวหมักเสร็จแล้วมันก็ต้องดูระยะ
The fermentation rice is not just only for the flavor, it's the texture and how it looks.
Once mixed, the dough is loaded into a noodle pressing machine. Kind of like a giant shower head. The dough is squeezed through tiny holes into long noodle strands that drop straight into hot water. Still on the same machine, the noodles ride a conveyor belt through a cold water rinse to stop them from overcooking. Then they drop neatly into a bucket. From there, the noodles are rinsed again through 3 separate basins of cool water before the final step. Tearing them into smaller strands and arranging them into baskets ready to hit the market.
Every chunk of noodles here has been laid there by hand. Why is that necessary?
เราก็ต้องใช้แฮนด์เมด
There's no machine to do as such. She hope one day if there is a machine to make the noodle look nice like this, she would buy one.
The smell is sour, a little bit more mild than the actual flour itself, maybe because it's been cooked. Feels very similar to a vermicelli rice noodle that you'd find in Vietnam. Oh yeah, it's got a nice texture. It's starchy, but definitely there is a sour note there. What is the value of having that sourness in the noodle versus maybe someone could just add some vinegar to their dish?
มันเป็นกลิ่นเฉพาะของแป้งหมัก
She said this is the uniqueness of this noodle because vinegar is kind of sharp, sour, but this is very mild. The sourness and the smell come after you chewing it.
Oh, interesting.
The noodles here are distributed to local vendors and restaurants across the city, and we're headed to one of those restaurants now. Here they serve a dish that's unmistakably Isan. It's not just the fermented noodles, but also chicken blood and chicken feet. The broth for this dish starts with a bold base, kaffir lime leaves boiled with a mix of curry paste and shrimp paste. Then comes the kicker, smoked mackerel blended with water into a thick fishy soup that's poured straight into the pot. Add in fermented fish paste, then welcome in that coagulated blood. As for the chicken feet, they've been simmered for 2 hours with kaffir lime leaves and salt before taking the plunge into the broth. Pork seasoning, MSG, and bouncy fish balls also join the mix. Finish it off with fresh chilies and green onions. Toss all that over a bed of fermented noodles and you've got this. Chicken feet, fish balls, chicken blood, and a rich, funky broth that throws every punch Isan cuisine has to offer right in one bowl.
First of all, what is this dish called?
ขนมจีนน้ำยาป่า
Should we try the broth?
Yes.
Now, it should be noted, it's not a hot broth.
Usually people have it like lukewarm, not sizzling hot.
How about some of the chicken blood? The texture is a little bit like a more firm tofu. When I first started doing the show about 10 years ago, something like that felt very bizarre to me. But now, I like it. I think we should dig into the noodle. I mean, this is the reason we're here. This type of noodle, it doesn't soak up the broth as much as some of the other rice noodles. It retains some of its bounce and its shape. When you eat a big clump of it, it's like a very satisfying bite still.
The size also important. Sometimes they make this noodle a little bit bigger because it's not as soaked up as the sauce as it should be, but this size is a good size.
To me, a whole broom store just went past you. I feel like this is one of those noodles that no American has ever heard of before. Very rustic, very countryside, and everybody knows the pad thais and those types of noodles when it comes to Thai noodles. But do people know about this?
From my wide guess, pad Thai noodle they use like phở noodle where you can make it dry and send it all over the world. But this one is best when it's fresh. They make it every day in their small factory. They can dry it, but they lose the charm of sourness, bounciness. That's why I think it's still keep as a secret here in Thailand because it's quite difficult to deliver.
And this is why certain foods in Asia cannot be easily transplanted to other countries. For this dish to exist, you quite literally do need a noodle factory that's making these noodles fresh every day.
Yes, with a lot of women to touch it.
It meaning the noodles.
Yes.
Okay. At last, it is finally time to try the chicken
The
feet.
chicken feet. The fun way to eat it, just pick it up and suck it up.
Show me the way. You seem like a foot-sucking expert.
Okay, let's go.
I'm gonna watch you. Oh, you put the whole thing in your mouth? I'll try not to make too much eye contact though. Oh, wow, you're like an owl. Basically, you put the whole thing in there, strip off all the meat and the skin, and spit out the bones.
Yum, yum. Suck the gelatin out of the bone.
Wonderful.
Will you become a good kisser after this?
Trying to focus, okay? Boom. That's pretty good, huh?
See? Same.
Nice! That was kind of awesome. It's so soft. You just have to kind of chew it a little bit, swish it around, and you can literally suck the skin off of it, and then all this flavor goes down your throat.
Yum, yum.
Yum, yum. Diving into this bowl is like diving into Isan and learning about this region of Thailand through your taste buds. But we have one more location to go to. A noodle that includes one of the most extreme ingredients in all of Thailand. Sir, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Originally from Bangkok, Chef Joe has adopted Isan as his new home. Here he runs a DIY hot pot joint where diners take the reins, cooking up all sorts of proteins in a rich, flavorful hot pot broth paired with noodles.
This noodle, you've had it before.
I had it before.
And did you like it?
There's some ingredient I don't particularly like.
Like what?
Like
This one right here?
that one.
Ingredient 1, concentrated ox gall. Gall is the contents of the gall bladder or bile. This is 44% bile juice. Do you like this?
ผมไม่ถนัด
He doesn't like it.
He does. So, but this is what I love. This is a Thai ingredient. I can read the Thai words on this bottle, and I have two guys in front of me saying, no thank you. Ugh, this is not exactly the visual I was going for. Dear Lord.
I've experienced something like this in Chiang Mai before. Fresh bile juice, squeezed right from the bile sac, straight from a slaughtered buffalo. This one is pretty similar, except it's been mixed with fish sauce, salt, and a sweetener. But the wild part? It's popular enough to be bottled, labeled, and sitting on a shelf just like it's any other condiment.
It kind of smells like fish sauce.
Good.
Here, bile is used as a flavor booster in dishes like lab, or as a key ingredient in dipping sauces, like the one we're about to try. Before we build up to that bitter bite, let's start with the hot pot. In a giant blender, ground lemongrass and galangal go in first. Then garlic, coriander, fried dried chilies, red onions, kaffir lime leaves, and a hot pot base made from fish sauce, coconut sugar, chili paste, and soy sauce. The result? A thick, fragrant paste that's cooked down until it's ready to bring the broth to life. When an order comes in, a scoop of that flavor-packed paste is mixed with beef stock and pork seasoning to create the hot pot base. On the side, glass noodles, beef shake, beef tongue, pork liver, tripe, and some of that hot pot base as a dipping sauce.
In Isan, we have one word called khom am lam. The translation is bitter in the good way.
You know, because a lot of people think the flavor of bitterness in nature is meant to tell us that something is dangerous. But then you come to places like Thailand, especially in the north or northeast, and people embrace that flavor. Do you think it's just because they had it from the time they were young?
Generation to generation, that's what he said. Their parents eating it and then taste it and then, oh, it's normal.
But what about you? Did your parents eat it?
No.
Joining me, local food vlogger, Nutnik,
Andrew?
and my good friend and YouTuber, Andrew Fraser.
Every time I've had you on my show, it's so that I can make you suffer in some way.
This is just f***ing noodles. How bad can it be?
I just want to introduce you to my friend Andrew. In the past, we've gone on adventures eating tarantula hot pot. Good?
No, not the best.
And I even made him eat a fish that was still alive.
Oh man, I'm never doing that again.
Now Andrew has his own channel and he's going around eating giant rats, exposing toxic tofu in Indonesia. But today, I still have something that I think you've not matched yet. Read the ingredients here.
Concentrated ox gall.
It's gall.
What is gall?
It's bile.
Oh, gallbladder.
You're from Isan. Does this make your mouth water?
It's a big no for me.
What? Here we have a dipping sauce that soon we're gonna be incorporating this, but not quite yet. We're gonna build up to that. But first, there's a lot more to see on the table, including the whole reason we're here, noodles. It's a noodle dish. Huh, yeah.
The dish called jiao hon. Jiao hon literally means hot sauce.
The craziest part about this meal is that even though we have all these insane animal offals inside of here, it's still not the weirdest part.
Yeah.
Right here, I have some tongue.
Oh my God. Dude, that's spicy.
There's so much flavor. Sliced very thinly.
It better be. It's pretty chewy.
But this sauce, I can feel the grain and the grit of all the ground up spices that are in here.
Yeah.
Next food, the liver.
Much more chewable.
You can just taste all the spices of Thailand, tons of chilies, galangal, and lemongrass, just strong. To follow that, I need this. Glass noodles soaked in that broth.
It's just like you eating noodles and the soup at the same time.
Yeah, I started this video by having glass noodles, but they were kind of cold or room temperature. But this, it's so hot. It's like the noodles are melting as you're eating them. But I say, let's cover up the flavor of these Thai spices.
Yeah, wow.
Normally what people would do is they would just put it in here with their dip. That's boring. As a food expert, self-appointed,
Dude, are you kidding me?
it's important whenever you try a new food to just purely try that one ingredient to really understand that ingredient.
Oh, bro. With the fish sauce in there, that is wild.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Wow. I love that people love that. First you get the hit of the fish sauce, this pungent flavor to begin with, and that's on the front end. But then on the back, the bitterness starts to set in, like it's boiling your tongue.
The worst bit about that, it's like they combined the bitter horribleness of bile with bundao mam tom, that fermented shrimp paste, and it's just rotten bitterness.
It's a wild experience. What we're supposed to do is just put a couple of drops in here.
Stop.
For me, it's sauce.
Really? 6 drops? How does this company make any money? Whoever buys more than one bottle?
If people love it, they love it. They put in almost everything they eat.
Now, tripe is perfect to eat with bile because it already can kind of taste like bile sometimes. Oh man, I am riding a wave right now. This is culinary extreme sports.
I can't get past that taste. What are you talking about?
The bitterness can work if it's the right ratio.
The correct ratio is 0.
Final meat, we have that shank
The shank.
meat. This is a very prized and coveted piece of meat. There's only 1 pound of it in a whole cow. I am on board.
I'm not.
You're not?
I'm on the outside.
I'm so glad I tried it the pure way to get a full sense of the impact this can have on somebody. This can take you to the edge.
Right.
Some people never come back. But for people like me, you learn to appreciate it and you learn just to put in the right amount.
For me, it's sort of reiterated my belief that there is nothing on earth that's quite as bad as bile.
Still a big no for you.
I'll get my bitterness somewhere else.
What'd you think?
Still no, but it's okay for today.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm the yes team.
Oh.
So I'm a new man. I like it.
Andrew, thank you for joining. I'm glad I can make you suffer.
Thank you, sir.
Guys,
Thank you.
for showing me more of Thailand. Beautiful.
Today I tried 4 different noodles, but if I had to pick a favorite from northeastern Thailand, it would have to be those glass noodles in that spicy hot pot broth. Now if I had to choose a winner between this and the northern region, my vote still goes to khao soi. But our noodle journey isn't over yet. Next we're headed to the central and southern regions to find out which dish truly deserves the crown of Thailand's best noodle.